Hello everyone, welcome back to LaExcellence Bengaluru presents current issue of the day. In today's current issue of the day, episode number 177, we are going to discuss a very important aspect of our life itself, that is the UPSC exam. Recently, a parliamentary standing committee has questioned UPSC regarding certain aspects of the exam. The questions were like this: can UPSC reduce the examination time period? Can UPSC release prelims answer keys before the mains examination? Can UPSC streamline the mains process so that the exam ends between 6 to 8 months rather than being a year-long cycle? And UPSC has answered these questions. So in today's video, we will see, will there be a sweeping changes in UPSC examination pattern? Will we see certain changes that are going to impact not only the examination dates but our life as UPSC aspirants itself? So all the important aspects we will discuss in today's video. Stay tuned till the end of the video. So today's current issue of the day is 177. We will discuss UPSC exam duration to be reduced or it is going to be increased, and also we'll discuss an important committee, that is Baswan committee. All these things will be discussed today. So in syllabus, it comes under GS2 Polity and Governance. More than syllabus, it is going to impact our life itself, our very own life of the UPSC aspirants. UPSC aspirants. So recently, UPSC informed Parliamentary Standing Committee on Personal, Public Grievance, Law and Justice that 1 year civil service examination cycle cannot be shortened. So sorry to disappoint the students or the aspirants who were hoping that there will be more than one exam in a year, particular year. So UPSC said that absolutely not, we cannot reduce the examination time period, and it has stated certain reasons for that as well. The remarks are part of the 154th report on review of functioning of recruitment organizations such as UPSC, which was tabled in Rajya Sabha on August 8, 2025. So UPSC is one of the premier recruiting organizations in India. So they were questioned with regard to increasing or decreasing the examination time period and increasing the frequency of examinations. So we'll discuss about the news more. UPSC says duration cannot be reduced. Why? The key points of UPSC response were: it is already an optimized timeline. UPSC says the CSE cycle has already been streamlined despite rising number of candidates, centers and venues each and every year. UPSC and CSE exam such as IAS, IPS, IRS, IFS, etc. under the UPSC CSE exam are still the post to be desired throughout the India. Many of the aspirants each year give this examination and the number goes on increasing rather than reducing. So the UPSC says that we have already optimized the examination time period and it cannot be reduced anymore. Confidentiality and integrity. Exam timelines ensure secrecy, avoid leaks and uphold fairness, which have been developed through the years of experience. We all know the examination stages: prelims, which is an objective type, mains, which is a descriptive type, and interview is a personality test. So these are conducted for recruitment to 19 services including IAS, IPS and IFS. All these important services are recruited through this particular exam. The scale in 2023, the UPSC said that in 2023 over 10.27 lakh applicants have applied for the examination. There were 79 centers, 2,538 venues, and the time gap was 2.5 to 3 months between the stages. Little scope for further compression according to UPSC. It says that the checking process, that is the evaluation of 1.2 lakh descriptive answers, takes over 2 months of time. So we cannot reduce the examination time period any shorter than this. This is all we can do. That is UPSC. That is the UPSC answer in a nutshell. So students or the aspirants cannot expect any more from the UPSC. They say in order to maintain the secrecy, avoiding leaks and upholding the fairness, we need a year-long cycle. So we will discuss what are the advantages and disadvantages of these year-long cycles. Before that, the parliamentary committee highlighted an important committee, that is the parliamentary standing committee said that Baswan committee reforms were to be implemented with a clear timeline. Who is this Baswan and what is this Baswan committee? We will discuss later in the video. Next, it suggested publishing prelims answer key right after the exam and allowing objections before the mains results. This was one of the chief demands post 2023 prelims examination. Many said that UPSC has violated its own rules in the CSAT examination. The CSAT examination was so tough that the syllabus which was prescribed according to the UPSC CSC was not in accordance with the CSAT examinations. The CSAT examination overseeded or exceeded the UPSC syllabus according to many aspirants. So many went to the High Court and Supreme Court regarding the examinations, CSAT examination. However, the UPSC said that it is within the UPSC syllabus and we cannot do anything about that one, and they released the examination prelims answer key after the 2024 prelims. So the students who failed in 2023 prelims had to wait for one long year to check what and where they went wrong. So this is the issue with respect to UPSC answer keys. So the panel said that at least if you cannot release the answer keys, if you cannot release the answer, or if you cannot release the marks, at least release the answer keys so that students can check and evaluate themselves and where they are going wrong. And the UPSC stand on the answer keys is that has QR prep portal for candidate representations. It maintains practice of releasing keys after the final results to protect the and process integrity. Okay, and says system works well and no changes are needed according to UPSC. So UPSC is not going to budge at all. Matter is sub judice in Supreme Court. As I said, it is in the Supreme Court. So even the parliamentary committee or the parliamentary panel could not change UPSC's stubbornness. Now all the hope is the Supreme Court. We have to wait and see what the Supreme Court's judgment will be with regard to this examination. Next, let us evaluate UPSC examination length of the examination. So what are the positives? Positives is that it maintains fairness and integrity, obviously. Adequate time for question paper setting, modernization, printing and secure distribution is required to does require long period of time. Reduce the risk of paper leaks or process compromises. Okay, this is very true to UPSC. You can see the issues with respect to state PCA examinations, state public service commissions examinations. For example, our very own Karnataka, where KPSC had to conduct prelims for almost 3 times after postponing the exam for 3-4 years, and it had to conduct examination 2 times more. So that is the issue with respect to KPSC or with respect to any public service commissions of a particular states. So that is not the case with respect to UPSC. So it says that we maintain fairness and integrity. Because of maintaining this fairness and integrity, we need longer period of time. So that is true to they are true to their words. Thorough evaluation. It allows careful evaluation of approximately 1.2 descriptive answer sheets every year. More reliable and consistent marking with the time for moderation as well, because the evaluation of the candidates from all over the India goes to a particular place where they are evaluating, and in certain cases the marks will be there will be higher variation between the marks, so there has to be moderation. So that moderation requires a particular time as well. So in order to bring evaluation and the moderation in the examination copies, we need more amount of time. Next, balanced preparation time between the stages. That is 2 to 3 months between prelims and mains and interview lets candidates revise, practice, answer writing and prepare for the next stage. Again, they are being very valid here. They are being very justifiable here. Okay, and then with respect to administrative coordination. Organizing examinations in over 79 centers and 2,500 plus venues demands meticulous scheduling for logistics, invigilators and security. Again, this requires time. And finally, precedent and experience. The current time evolved over decades to handle large candidate volumes without bottlenecks. So they say that we cannot change the examination time period. However, despite all these positives, there are certain negatives with respect to this time period and this length of time period as well. Those are delayed entry into the services. That is, successful candidates often join almost 2 years after the notification, reducing effective service years, especially for older aspirants. Okay, so for example, a candidate belonging to SC or ST who gives the exam at the age of 34, and if he clears examination and he has to wait for 2 more years till he goes to Labasana. So it will take around 36 years, and then it will take almost 1 more or 2 more year depending on the service he gets into start his service. So by the time he starts his service, he will be 39 years old. So he has already lost around 5 years of his life in the training itself. Okay, next, extended uncertainty and strains. UPSC is already mentally, physically and financially straining. This extended time period brings extra uncertainty and stress. Prolonged cycle adds mental strain, financial burden and career uncertainty for the candidates. And the opportunity cost, which is most of the times neglected in UPSC preparation and also neglected by the UPSC aspirants as well. That is, aspirants spend a significant part of their 20s to 30s, that is their prime youth, in the cycle, delaying other career or academic opportunities. It is not only impacting the aspirants, but it is also impacting the government or the country as well. The prime youth years, prime demographic dividend years are being wasted on uncertain examination. Okay, next, resource intensive. Long timelines increase administrative cost and resource use for the both UPSC and candidates. Next is potential for skill decay. That is, the extended gaps between examination stages may cause rustiness in certain skills. For example, fast answer writing, interview communication, etc. etc. So that happens in most of the aspirants who continuously go for the mains, who continuously go for the interviews. So that is true in this regard as well. So there are both positives and negatives. So what should be the way forward? In the way forward, there was a committee which was established in 2015, which provided certain recommendations, and that committee was Baswan committee. The chairperson of this committee was Baswan, who was former secretary to Ministry of Education. It was constituted by Department of Personnel and Training in August 2015. Objective was comprehensive review of scheme, pattern and age limits of the civil service examination and address issues like high absenteeism. Okay, so we can say that if 16 plus lakh people are applying for the examination, hardly 5 to 6 lakh go and write the prelims examination. So that is the high number of absenteeism. Next, key recommendations of this Baswan committee with regard to exam structure and pattern. The committee said, keep the 3-stage system but improve efficiency. Review optional subjects, which has been point of controversy or contention ever since the optional examinations have been, or optional subjects have been introduced in UPSC. Consider removing them to ensure level playing field. Reduce time gap between stages to shorten the examination cycle. And with respect to age and attempts, the committee also said, reduce upper age limit for general category to 26 years gradually over the period of time. Corresponding reductions for OBC, SC, ST categories while maintaining constitutional reservation. Okay, if the general is going to be reduced to 26 years, then from 32 years if it is going to be reduced to 26 years. Similarly, the examination age for other categories as well. For example, if it is 35 for OBC, it should be reduced to 29. Similarly for SC, ST, etc., corresponding reductions has to be done according to Baswan committee. Limit the number of attempts, that is exact figure was debated internally. So what was the exact number of attempts according to this Baswan committee was not disclosed. Next is with regard to transparency and fairness. Release prelims answer keys immediately after the exam and allow objections before the mains itself. So the current parliamentary panel reiterated all the recommendations provided by this Baswan committee. Next, increase exam center coverage in smaller towns to reduce travel hardships. Improve accessibility for disabled candidates. And with respect to capacity and evaluation, where UPSC said it is the stage of examination which takes longer period of time. So here the committee said, strengthen evaluation process to handle large volumes of descriptive answer sheets faster. increase examiner pool, adopt digital evaluation methods to cut delays, improve confidentiality to check and prevent leaks. So this was in 2015. If the committee was constituted, I am sure committee would have said use of artificial intelligence and big data for proper evaluation, okay, to streamline the evaluation. Next, miscellaneous, the committee recommendations were study high absenteeism trend. In many years, nearly 50% of the applicants don't appear for the prelims itself. Rationalize examination fees and application process, and provide better facilities at examination centers, especially in the extreme climates. So this committee has comprehensively covered all the examination aspects of UPSC and provided recommendations with respect to all the aspects of UPSC as well. So since UPSC is in news, I have decided to cover this examination and cover this topic for you. Since we are all UPSC aspirants itself, it is going to impact all our lives deeply. So now it is in sub judice. We have to wait and see what the Supreme Court's final decree or order will be. Till then, let us hope that UPSC comes into its senses and reduces the examination time period and also limits the age limit. Okay, that is my personal opinion. Okay, anyways, with this I will be ending the video. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification. With this I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.